Director of Jackson County Parks, Kyle Lewis. Hi, Kyle.
Hey, Bart.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, very successful event yesterday, the ribbon cutting for the new pickleball complex.
Yeah, and thanks for being there and capturing all that fun yesterday. That was a great piece to sit back and watch, and appreciate you being there. But yeah, I had a hunch that there would be a great turnout. There's just been so much excitement around that project since we started talking about it. It was even before 2020, I think. We've been talking about that a while, and I know there was a lot of people that really wanted to see that come to fruition, and it was fun yesterday to see it, to open it up.
It really was a great event, and the complex is absolutely beautiful. I don't know how you could improve upon it. It really looks, from the design to the construction, everything first class.
Yeah, that's our largest county park, our most visited county park, and to have a state-of-the-art pickleball facility right kind of in the center of the county there where the most population is, we thought that would be great for the community, and it's all possible with the supportive community of pickleball players that stepped up and donated, generous foundations, local foundations led by the Hearst Foundation, obviously. But lots of donations made that possible, and we were excited to get that going.
One of the things that amazed me, the actual pickleballers themselves, we have an organization, I believe it's called the Jackson Area Pickleballers Association.
Yep.
They dug into their own pockets, something like 90 grand.
I think that was the total. Yep, 90 grand. And they've been a great partner from the beginning as far as how the courts are going to be used, providing insight on that. I know they're going to be out there. They've said that there's going to be at least one of them out there pretty much all the time in case people want demonstrations or to learn about the rules. I'm still trying to get a handle on the scoring and things like that myself. So they've been very helpful in explaining that and making people feel welcome. And if they don't have anybody to play with, they're typically around to help out with that. So.
Well, I was busy from the second the ribbon was cut, and I would bet that all afternoon long the courts were full.
Yeah, and I drove by again this morning, and it was packed again this morning. So we've got some great weather here at the end of the summer, and I know, well, not that they need great weather. I know that from what I understand, that's been over the years they've been playing outside, even if there's 30-degree temperatures. So, but yeah, it's been popular, and we expect that to maybe wear off a little bit, but not much. It's going to continue to be pretty popular.
Oh, I think it's just going to grow. It's exploding everywhere. And we are going to talk more about this tomorrow in the morning show with folks from American One Credit Union, but they have made a substantial sponsorship commitment to the old Rollatorium at Keeley Park.
They have been a great longtime supporter of the county and the county parks and things that we're doing there at Keeley Park. And they're obviously a partner with the American One Event Center, and then the former American One Event Center, which is now the American One Community Recreation Center. That's where you can go in the winter and play pickleball here shortly. So we're working with a company or a group that's leased that facility. And we'll have some pickleball this winter, hopefully. So.
Oh wow, that's soon.
They've been some of the improvements have kind of already started, and they should be rolling here in a few months.
Awesome. So we're getting near the end of the season, and one of the traditions is the holiday weekend concerts and fireworks, and here comes Labor Day.
Yeah, here comes Labor Day, and here comes, I watched your weather report. Looks like great weather this weekend, so that's a good way to close out the summer activities that we have. But yeah, this Saturday is our third and final fireworks show of the year. It's one of our earlier ones because the sun sets a little bit earlier this time of year than earlier in the summer, so it's good for young kids and young families to come out. But the gates open at 7. Alibi Band is there, and it's also the last weekend of the splash pad, and those temperatures I think people will welcome that with some near 90-degree temperatures, it looked like. So,
just in time. So Alro, you had a number of people and organizations that helped you out for the summer, including the sponsorship during their 75th anniversary year. That helped provide free admission for certain events at certain times.
Yeah, certain events at certain times. Memorial Day fireworks. They're celebrating their 75th anniversary, and Elro wanted to give back to the community, celebrate with the community. So sponsored free Fridays all summer long at the splash pad. And they gave away a certain amount of admission passes for the Cascades this year. So I know a lot of people were able to come this year that hadn't been in a while, and it was on Elro. So it was a great support from Elro this year, as well as Little Caesars, who supports our fireworks and weekly entertainment for the last several years. So.
Great. How did this year's Jackson County Fair do?
We did good. You know, we another great year. We had a couple of concerts there at the end of the week. That was the first time that we've tried that on a Friday, Saturday. So it was kind of cool to see the whole week building up towards the grandstand shows at the end of the week. So that was kind of different. And
Yeah, it actually worked out better with the weather too this year.
Yeah.
So before, I think the fair, there was estimates that in some years the fair attracts between 180 and 200,000 people. Do we know how many people came through the turnstiles?
I haven't got a final number from Denise on that yet, but I think it was a little bit down this year compared to the previous year for who knows why. But it is that's probably the largest community event, I would say, even when it's on a down year. So it's a lot of it's weather dependent and things like that. We had a couple of not the greatest weather days, but that's to be expected each year.
So the parks, from what I could tell, enjoyed an awful lot of participation and attendance all summer long. Was it a busy year for?
Busy year, yeah. Busy at the Cascades Golf Course. It's been record-setting years the last few years, and I think we're going to be close again this year. Same as our two campgrounds, Pleasant Lake and Swains Lake. This is also the last weekend of camping, so one more chance to get out and enjoy those two facilities. But yeah, they've been busy again this year.
So what's the next big thing now that you've got pickleball? That issue solved.
Yeah. We've still got, we're kind of at the tail end of our 5-year recreation plan that we update every 5 years. So one of the last projects in there that we've got to still sort out is our dog park that we talked a lot about throughout the Park Millage campaign a few years ago. So we're still kind of settling on studying some different locations to potentially have that at, but we're going to get that hopefully going here in the next year and settle on a location and get that out there too.
How's the Falling Waters Trail? I know the city's doing some work on the MLK Trail. Is there anything that needs work on the county part?
Yeah, we resurfaced about a mile of it last year. Probably the worst section which was near Lime Lake, a little bit from there to the east. We had some larger cracks there that we were able to take care of. It's that day will come where we need to do some more extensive work, but we're still probably a few years out, so we're still able to kind of repair the cracks and fill the cracks a few more years before we'll have to do some major work on it. But like any kind of road or anything, it's just basically it's a narrower road. We'll have to do some major work at some point. But
yeah, and so much of it is actually through swampland, so you don't have really a firm foundation.
Right. Yep. So.
How are the bikes, the rental bikes? Are they being used?
They're being used. We've had some glitches each year actually with that station working properly all the time, and this year maybe more so than previous years. June was kind of a down year or a down month for whatever reason. It's solar powered and it's on a cellular modem, so every now and then and there's a little computer in there basically. So every now and then it kind of glitches out, and we had some problems in June, but since June it's been pretty good.
So many compliments about the pickleball complex. As I was leaving, I overheard someone ask if there were lights, and there are no lights. Is that something that might be down the road?
Could be down the road, yeah. There's, we kind of worked within the budget that we had to build the best facility that we could, but there was things that we've got on the radar that we'd like to add potentially at some point. I know lights would be near the top of that list, so that as you get into the later summer and early fall, it obviously gets darker earlier. So I know some people would appreciate that, but we're excited that it's open, and kind of we'll see if
plenty of daylight during the warm months. He made a lot of improvements at the parks. One that I think a lot of people noticed, the trails throughout the Cascades. You've extended them. In fact, you added another little leg up to the pickleball courts. Parking reconfigured. Is there anything more that you're looking at for the Cascades?
You know, the big, the kind of looming project at the Cascades, or at Cascades Park, is probably the Cascades themselves. You know, they turned, this is the 91st season. You know, it's showing its age more and more each year. We've made some minor repairs along the way. We've made some somewhat major repairs with upgrading the electrical and things like that. But we really need to tackle some concrete repairs that need to be done there. So we're gearing up to kind of tackle that again here shortly, and we'll probably do some fundraising for that. And that would be our next project, I would say.
All right. Well, we appreciate all the updates, and thanks for coming in today.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Director of Jackson County Parks, Kyle Lewis. Stay tuned. Up next.